Hello, I'm Dana Hart. My specialty is neurogenetics with an emphasis on the neurotransmitter oxytocin. I have another article to talk about today. It's called Oxytocin Improves Mind-Reading in Humans. This article has been important in making some connections between the oxytocin system and the social disorder autism. There's a test people were asked to perform in this experiment that is now sometimes used as one of the many tests that can detect autism. It's called the Reading the Mind and the Eyes test, and it is available in full online. In this field, the term mind reading refers to the ability to infer internal states in others using external cues such as facial expressions. The test used tests a specific facet of mind reading, which is inferring emotional states from just the subtle facial expressions surrounding the eyes. In this experiment, 30 subjects were given a dose of oxytocin prior to performing the test and were retested again at some point with a placebo that did not have any active ingredients. The oxytocin increased the amount of correct responses in 20 of the 30 participants in the experiment. Although this article does mention a potential link between autism and the genes of the oxytocin receptor, the participants were not tested genetically to find out which alleles they may have that could have affected their responsiveness to the administered oxytocin. This was a fairly early article published in 2007, so research on the oxytocin receptor gene that my research focuses on was still in its infancy. Because this experiment was done in Germany, the frequency of the mutated oxytocin receptor in their population could account for the fact that 1/3 of the subjects did not see any effect from the oxytocin they were administered. Instead of giving people doses of oxytocin and seeing how additional oxytocin affects their performance, neurogenetics would take a genetic sample from each participant to see how their genotype affects their performance. In future articles about RS53576, I'll explain how the genotypes performed on similar tests to this one. The version of this gene that has 2 Gs is said to make people more empathetic because of their natural increased ability on tests such as this one. I chose to talk about this article today because it set the stage for the type of psychological tests that were being given in labs to show what the neurotransmitters were doing. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, and please watch for more videos in the future. Goodbye.